the Zohar. When we read the Zohar says, what's the purpose for Chanukhat Habayit? It actually spells it out. It says that whenever people do Chanukhat Habayit, you need to say, this house is the house for the Shekhinah. And the Poskim also say that you should designate a room, say that this room would be a room for learning. But when you do Chanukhat Habayit, or even more so, when you come into a house first, you say that this house is the house for Hashem. This house is meant to do, to have, and to build Torah and make Kiddush Hashem and so on. That's what the Zohar says. And if you do that, then the Shekhinah comes to live in the house. You want to have the Shekhinah in the house because that's the root of success. So it's interesting that the Zohar says that you should mention Hashem's name when you say that. This house is the house of Hashem. So it's so interesting that in a couple of weeks ago we read Birkat Kohanim. In Birkat Kohanim it says, Hashem panav elecha v'neka Yisa, Hashem panav elecha v'samcha shalom. What's the Hashem? And people mentioning Hashem. So I think the Rashbam over there, I think it's the Rashbam, he says that you should know that when you give bracha to somebody, don't just give a bracha. So if people give bracha, you should have success, you should have children, you should have all kind of things, but he explains that this is the wrong way to say a bracha. Why? Because you see that the Torah mentions that you should say Yevarechecha Hashem v'yishmecha, which means you should say Hashem should bless this house, Hashem should give you children. Hashem, always, what's the purpose? Obviously, you don't have supernatural powers. You can say that you should have success. Well, so you said, so what? What does it mean? Where does the power that success should come from it? Rather, when you say that Hashem should bring that, it becomes a prayer, it becomes a tefillah, and that works out. And that's what the Zohar says. This is actually what the Zohar says. Not even this Zohar that we read in Chanukhat Habayit, a different place, that it says that whenever a person wants to give a beracha, the Chidah brings this down. Whenever a person wants to give a beracha to somebody, he should always mention Hashem's name. Without that, the beracha does not come about. And therefore, the reason for the way you implement it is that when you give a beracha, for instance, for the children on Shabbat, when you after the Kiddush or before the Kiddush, you give them bracha. So the Chidah says that before you give them bracha, don't start saying the brachot. You should be this, and you should have success, and you should be a big Talmid Chacham. Rather, first you should say a pasuk of praise to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, and then, since you mention Hashem's name, as the Zohar says, then all the brachot that you're saying afterwards are related to Hashem. It's a tefillah, and that's where we should come. So that's a nafkamina for many things. First of all, for the bracha, Birkat Abanim, that we just explained, that everybody says on Shabbat, on the Kiddush. And secondly, whenever just you say bracha, you should remember that the Zohar says that the bracha must have Hashem's name, as we see in that pasuk, Yevarechecha Hashem v'yishmerecha, and you take a look, I think it's the Rashbam over there that says it. And related to Chanukhat Habayit, that is exactly what the whole purpose of Chanukhat Habayit is for. That you mention Hashem's name, you say that Hashem should give bracha to this house, and you should it should be a makom Torah and makom Yirat Shamayim, and that is the bracha that we give today to the Baal Habayit, that everything that he does, Hashem yeh matzliach beyado. Chazak u'baruch for inviting, for doing this Chanukhat Habayit. It's a big thing.
Look, well,